We don't want no redemption stories.
No redemption story for serious.
For real. Because remember, a few episodes ago before when I said happily and forever. That's what this. That's what that is.
Test
Testy, testy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blasto!
We and we're back. We are back.
I like when we did it.
I love that. I love it. That's cute. We beat it.
Installment of your favorite.
The lovely lady Bandy.
And your girl Jordan B. And we're
Live from the 215 when it gets silly and
Philly.
oh, excuse me. Speaking of,
We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I don't know about
I know.
For real, yeah.
That's what that's what I was talking about. No, because it happened to me. And I was like, where did that come from?
It's like hitting right here.
So yeah, for no reason.
No, but what's up, y'all? What day? It's good to see you guys. It's another Sunday for us. High day. It's beautiful outside. The weather is nice. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. It's beautiful weather.
Yes. Did you remember that? Good morning. What did he say? The birds.
Oh wait,
are
good. Wait, good morning. Good wait.
I can't remember it.
But yeah, that boy, right? The
Right.
birds
Are
are
chirping.
chirping.
That was cute.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
We I'm feeling good. We actually giggling because you guys know we have our side convos, and we were actually trying to narrow down a few things about what we want to discuss with you guys today. And we decided that we're going to go a bit rogue like we did last week because
Yeah, a lot of information.
oh yeah,
That's like I
definitely.
said, but we're gonna
But we did a couple of things that was different.
yeah, so we're gonna do different.
Yeah.
However we flow, this house will go. However we flow, that's this house will go today.
But you guys know we can't go any further. We're not going to go any further before we bless the atmosphere and give you guys what you came for. Because if we're not making you feel good, then we're only wasting your time. You know, here at Transparent Energy, we waste for nobody.
Oh, and of course, you already know. I said we just not making y'all feel good. We gotta feel good too,
Right.
You know, gotta make sure we feeling good too. So we have to just, of course, Christian the place with our beautiful words of our positive words of affirmation. You already know the more you say things positive to yourself, to those around you, to your environment, the more you will start to believe it. And the more you start to believe it, the more you will start to see it and receive it. So that's what we on nowadays, y'all. We on positivity. That's it. I know a lot of y'all have been used to negativity, but
And it probably hurts some of you to even be positive.
ain't that something? No, because it really. We gonna talk about that. But yes. So before we talk about any negativity, let's talk about positivity. So I'm gonna start this week, and mine's are: we are born to win,
We are born to win.
and that's exactly what we're going to do.
And that's exactly what we're going to do.
We are wealthy.
We are wealthy.
We are healthy
We are healthy
mentally,
mentally,
physically,
physically,
emotionally,
emotionally,
and spiritually.
and spiritually.
We are leaders, not followers.
We are leaders, not followers.
Last but not least, we are enough.
We are enough. Yes, that just filled me up. It really did.
I need that myself.
This week I have for you guys and for me, we have purpose.
We have purpose.
We love because it's necessary.
Love. This is necessary.
For those who think you got to do things out of hate, like the hardest things are really done out of love.
Really? Yeah. It's easy to hate.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Talk about love today. See, right on track.
Okay.
But yeah, no, but for real, it's easy to hate, but it's so hard to love. It's so hard for people to love. But yeah,
The more life we speak, the more life we have.
more life is sweet. And
We are better than before.
better than
We are greater than anything that stands in our way.
we are greater than anything that stands in our way.
And finally, we bless each other to keep the blessings coming in.
Message. To keep the blessings
I'm feeling love.
coming. I'm loving this showing. I love that. Beautiful. So, but back to just something real, just really just back to just chiming in on that before we get into our little hot topics. But I think it is very crazy. Like I mean, well, we have spoke about it in previous episodes, just how this generation has definitely thriving more off of like hate and like how they say it's really crazy that we've been. I mean, like I said, I think there's been some evil times, there's been some crazy times, but it's nothing like damn.
Yes, it's never been a time that I can recall in my ripe years of a time where the negativity or the algorithm of
Negativity.
negativity
It's so strong.
It's so strong. It's so in. Never in a time have I ever experienced anything like this. And I think what's even more crazy is the fact that we're not the only ones who recognize this.
Yeah.
There are people,
Even older folks.
and older folks, even you guys. I know you guys recognize, and this has nothing to do with being a goody two shoe or being, what do you say, perfect pad?
Getting perfect patty.
This has nothing to do with that. The reality is, we wake up every day, and it's one thing if we see the same thing. It's another thing if we're conscious of what we're seeing. I, for one, am conscious that when I wake up every so many years, I expect something in society to be different and maybe balanced. I don't see that, and I haven't seen that probably within the last, well, let's say since 2020.
Yeah, COVID has definitely
It's like
changed a lot of stuff.
It's like it forced us into hibernation.
Forced us into hibernation.
And when we came out,
everybody's just like, yeah. It's like they're making up. It's kind of like how it's so funny because I just made this analogy yesterday when I'm at work. It's funny how, because we have normally cops during the week, like when I'm working, normally during the week to calm down the the theft and stuff that goes on. So the normal people that come and steal and do what they do, they don't normally come while the cops are here. But it seemed like the day that the cops are not there, oh, they go ham. It's like they make up for what was lost. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, well, we couldn't come in the other 2 days. Oh, we about to keep coming back to back to back to back to back today. And that's literally what happened yesterday at work. It's just like you said, people wait and then throw it all at you later.
You know what I don't understand is how the negative algorithm keeps alive, keeps focused in a
It's like
sense.
they kept it all bottled in for all them years. And said, okay, now we're gonna throw it in everything. Now we're gonna unleash it, and just unleash all our anger, all our frustration that we've had through these through these hibernating months of not doing anything, of being isolated from people. And like I said, a lot of people have really went stir crazy from
You know what? Speaking of that, it wouldn't even remind me, and still on topic, it wouldn't even remind me if this was one of their strategic plans that they use in a sense to, oh my God, boom, see how the public would react. And in a sense,
That's what a lot of stuff it is.
I think it backfired on them.
Yeah, it really did. Because now the people, they're making up for them years that y'all had us locked down.
You know,
They're
not only that, shout out to my entrepreneurs and business owners. You know, that came
a lot of that, as like I said, as well as negativity came out of it, and it's still coming out of it. But a lot of positivity has came out of it. Like I said, a lot of people have found their passions. A lot of people quit working for other people and started working for themselves and started, creating their own algorithms and their own schedules and, bringing their visions to life. So, and again, and changing their lives, like.
Yeah, and see that's a wonderful thing, and
Change has happened. A lot of people have changed.
Definitely, but I think it's an even change, and I think it happened after. Let's call it the hibernation of 2020. Yeah. I think it happened after that because honestly, it seems we have an equal amount of people who kind of just, like you said, went stir crazy and came out of the hibernation like a Tasmanian devil.
Yes,
and then bred their own, bred each other. And then on the flip side, we've had our entrepreneurs. I've never seen another thing. I've never seen, in these times, so many Black successful young people. Young, right.
Before 21. They like before 25.
Yeah, 14, 15, 13. And I'm seeing these, and this is why I say that it's definitely an ancestry. Yes, it's definitely an equal, and it might be our ancestors too, that's in the spirit of the riffraff.
Okay.
I know it's a stretch, but y'all know how I think. Yeah.
But for real, I think they would be so, and they are, because they're still in the spirit realm, are just proud because they sacrifices all the stuff they went through. And like you said, it's crazy how like things are turning around, and like how karma is kind of coming back to that race that has definitely cut up, because it's like stuff is backfiring. And like I said, like Claudia said before, the tails are now becoming the heads, and the heads are becoming the tails, and the last are becoming first, and the first are becoming last. And those that are looked at as weak-minded and about to be the ones that's God will put on the forefront to do some really mighty things. So I think,
if you're not on the algorithm, and I think look, the moral of suggestion is if you're not on the positive algorithm, you will never be.
I don't want to be heavy.
I don't know.
I'm so glad that I'm near the age, like I said, because I always think to myself too. I'll be sometimes like how you just be like, I just wish I did things differently. Or you have the moments where you wish that you did things differently, and wish that life was different and that you made different, choices and stuff. But at the same time, I don't think I would have had it any other way, because it still works and it's still working together for the good of it. But it taught me a lot about myself. I learned a lot. Like I think even in the years of me being rebellion, what in my rebellion and being rebellious and doing the stuff that I was doing. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about people. And how people really are, as much as people can be, nice and stuff, but as cruel as people can be, as cutthroat as people can be. And again, I'm not perfect. I haven't been a perfect person. I've done my stuff. But again, my algorithm is always on positivity. My intentions is normally, and it's always 99% of the time genuine. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie, say it's always 100. But that 1% could be my little, but I'm really not like I come really straightforward. Like I really try to. You know what I mean? I don't come with no negative intentions for people. So that weirds me out. That people really be having like
They just unfortunately people are hurt, and I will continue to say this until I probably get it tattooed. Hurt people, and the worst people
are the hurt.
Are the hurt people, and the worst people hurt the most people, and the worst people are the people who don't know they're hurt.
Or know they hurt but don't acknowledge that they need to get help for it if they want to change stuff.
Well, that's the thing.
Because a lot of the reasons why stuff be going wrong for them and they're going through stuff is because your heart is bad and you just.
But unfortunately,
I don't see a heart.
We can see, it's just like how you always say this thing. People can see us more than we can see some things about us, but that goes vice versa. Sometimes we can see exactly what's wrong with the person, spell it out, write it out, put it in a dish, and make ingredients and make you eat. You know what? Well, without even that, but the truth in that is, it don't matter what I see what's wrong with you. I cannot operate you to fix that or see that. So we come to a point of just accepting and recognizing what it is. That whether you're one of those hurt people who know you're hurt and is in denial to the fact of you don't want to be conscious of the fact that you hurt people, which I think on purpose, and then try to justify it.
And it's like, again, like I said, one time is a mistake. And that's just it,
Or are you
one don't want to believe that, but it's true. One time was a mistake.
Or are you the worst kind of hurt people who don't recognize that your actions are offensive to people and with intent, to
hurt and harm.
Yeah.
Hurt, harm, and hinder.
I think it's easier for people if we're able to recognize what's wrong with people, and then once we recognize it, we don't ignore it. We see it for what it is, and then we move accordingly, whether we find a way to deal with it or move on from it. Because
I think that now, what we need to really learn to do is move on from it. I think a lot of us got this thing where, because I even know for me, it's sometimes hard to let go of stuff because of being, rejected and having, being pushed aside and overlooked and people, paying you no mind, or just feeling how you can feel sometimes outcast to to a certain extent. Sometimes we like to hold on to things when we get it that make us feel good because, we're not really used to feeling good. We normally are hurt, like you said, hurt or in pain because of, people have left us or family members have said, said one thing, but when they found out she was a certain way, they took their love back, stuff like that hurts, and again, it sucks that that a lot of us carry that with us daily and that we don't get the help that we need. And like I said, I think that we need to learn to move on from these situations and stop going back to them consistently, to get hurt again. Like we really gotta learn to stop doing it. Like I think you're so programmed to keep, like we like the hurt and the pain. It's messed up.
Some people do.
Some of us, but I think a lot. Like I said, because again, it seemed like not even just in this generation, well, yeah, a little bit more in this generation, because I think it's just more so on front with social media. But like you said, like that struggle love, that you gotta keep going through it to finally get to that place where it's like, oh, he or she is finally done right now.
Yeah, that's played out. And that's and what did we call it? That's we don't want
we want a redemption story.
We don't want a redemption story. Now, what I've discovered and learned about myself is compassion. Compassion. The compassion that I have to have for new people, for new experiences. This is not making excuses. This is the reality. If I don't want to look at as the last person somebody went through that was a worst part of their situation, I cannot do the same. So I do believe in bumps along,
Of course, and that ain't gonna be perfect.
Right. However, I don't believe in making a history out of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Constantly making this a routine that you keep messing up and keep effing up and keep destroying trust and respect and loyalty.
Well, those things right there should never be
compromised.
Exactly. And for me, the only disagreements I may have are and should be about boundaries, because everybody doesn't like boundaries. I get that. We can have disagreements about boundaries.
I'm still learning to keep boundaries.
That's
one of my weaknesses.
But like you said, the toxicity of manipulation and
the gaslighting. Everybody hates that word.
The lies.
But y'all just mad because y'all be gaslighting. Yeah. I hate somebody to be like, I'm tired.
All of that is played out. It's played out, and it's not.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing narcissists and gaslight and manipulate. Yeah, bitch, because you mad because now the definition is about you. Me, I got the definition to you. Me, I got the definition
to you.
To the picture. You know what I mean? With a picture to the definition.
And to those people, since we're talking about that, to those people who don't like grand rising to positivity. That's right. Because we are on the rise. And when we come out, it's going to be grand. It's going to be grand. I'm telling you, because the positivity is going to be so much. It's going to just blow everybody's mind.
Yes. Yo, we gotta stop being so. Y'all gotta stop being so angry.
Yeah.
We gotta stop being so nasty.
It's to the point where it's
like for in the urban community, y'all be too mad about nothing. And I get it. I get it. Where we been from, but sometimes people just be mad for no. What are you upset about?
They have a psychosis. I'm telling you.
You spoke about your bed. You got about your bed. You even brush your teeth, wash your hands.
But you screaming and cussing.
Your breath stink. And you cussing, you screaming, and you're just, what are you mad for? Somebody didn't hit your remote. You ain't like, what is going on? Our people especially our people, I just want our people for real, because I'm a part of the people. So I can only go by my experience, what I see. Yo, I black around folk, because I'm telling you, even at work, like, the what is it? The lack of patience that so many of us young adults and millennials have. Whoa, like it's like y'all don't like the patience for people, for your children. Like where I be at work and I just be hearing these parents cussing and screaming at their child. Where you can just.
That's because everything is being flipped up in the world, and people are recognizing that we are overworked. We're doing too much, and a lot of what's going on is not natural. And this is what's making a lot of us spontaneous combust. Combust. Yes, because people are really explosive, and if you think
people are really held all that stuff in and just threw it at like once COVID was over, like everybody really was holding some stuff, and it's like everybody just like
not even that. It's just and what we always talk about. I'm a firm believer that it has a lot to do with the food too. If you eating cheesesteaks and cheeseburgers every day from the Poppy store.
Remember, like you said, a lot of people even had to cook for themselves. They learn how to cook, or like you said, a lot of them people, like you said, now we know what's in our food.
All this processed
food,
all these chemicals building up. People is really sick, and it's going to your brain. Who was the big mafia guy? Al Capone. Everybody knows Al Capone had syphilis, and that went to his brain. And back then, science couldn't test for syphilis until maybe a few years later. But in his autopsy, it came out that he had syphilis in the brain, and a few years before he died, like everybody, including his immediate family, I think his wife said he tried to kill her. They said he went crazy. They said he went mad, and those times they, syphilis. They didn't know anything about STDs and stuff, so they just genuinely thought he went mad because he got old. But
he went mad from the gag.
He went mad from the gag. So I say that to say, just think about, these toxins and
because that's
stuff that
like you said. I think it's a lot of, because also, and even still now, like a lot of this stuff is really, a lot of these products and these snacks that y'all love to eat, like I'm like gonna keep on expressing.
Yes, you will keep. You will not stop reminding us, and I love that.
I work at a place where I see and I look at the ingredients, and I just and in some ways I do be feeling bad because I'm like, damn, this is somewhere where I'm helping selling the stuff that's killing our communities. But it's
But that's big. That's big though. That's compassion.
Yeah,
the fact that you actually have the thought pattern,
especially when they
to
give
thinking
their kids
on
the stuff to us, like
it's
I see so mad, like they just be giving their kids these.
Like I think naturally,
I don't ever see nobody look at the ingredients. They just pick it up because the child want to just pick it up. You don't want to look on like none of the stuff y'all can't, because half y'all can't read. I'm sorry, but a lot of y'all adults, especially my millennials, a lot of y'all don't know.
And it's because the
Go back to school. I'm sick of this. You know what? It just hit me. Go back to school. That's what we need. And I don't even think that we need to go back to school in like a form, but there's so many ways that you can go. You can get online, but because a lot of us do need, some of y'all, most of y'all might need some one-on-one. And so you might need an environment where somebody can really be right. But for real, let's get back to learning our basics. And let's get back to really reading and writing and learning stuff, because we need to be equipped and aware. A lot of y'all don't be knowing stuff because y'all don't pay it no attention. Like y'all worried about looking at the grams and the stuff. Only thing y'all can read is what y'all see on Instagram. And half y'all can't even read that. Because the only thing y'all doing is looking at the picture.
It's one thing to know,
video.
and it's one thing to know how to read, but a lot
respectfully though, like, but honestly,
can't, comprehend. But again, I will say that is a personal issue, and it might be a small issue compared to a lot of people, because as we said, this is the day and age to discover what is in you and use that and see how that could either get you some type of stability, whether it's the monetary stability, whether if it's a networking stability. Find what's inside of you that is going to work for you for, I'm gonna say it, the rest of our lives.
Creating for the next generation as much, however many generations we got.
Right, that's why I said our lives.
This might be the last one.
This might be the last.
It might be the last.
Honestly, I don't know about you, but I'm on the ride with transparent energy to the stars.
Yes, I'm starting because, like I said, again, this is something that, like I said, yes, of course we want. You know what I mean? Of course you want to get your duck if you want to do what you want to do. Of course you want to, but again, when your intentions is right, things will eventually flow right anyway. Again, we're doing this. We didn't come together to do this because we thought about money. We didn't think that nothing. That's not even about what it is. That when the money come, what it do, however it do, if it do, however, we gonna speak it do come at some time. But the reality is, this is the help.
This is the manifestation. This is the real life work behind the faith. And sowing seeds. This is a seed.
But also, again, there's so many different podcasts out there, so many different shows out there, so many different things out. But again, everybody can't resonate with every group. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not meant for everybody. And there might be some things like another person can't relate to you with and on that another person can. And again, we are here to help, because look, we have, again, if we can gloat and we can make negativity big, we need to start making this positivity big. Right. Start screaming to it. Start showing how you can be all that you can be. The baddest be if you want to be. Still doing positive things, and I have to be out here selling yourself short for everybody else, and not even just whatever way I probably might take that. But no, I'm not talking about like that way. But sell yourself short. not being the best you can be, not being all that you can be, not being you to your full potential. That's selling yourself short. Not really knowing that you got so much inside of you that can really come out. You don't even know all the gifts that you got inside of you yet.
And that's why we're here, to remind you that, to give you that, to let you know.
To be a living testimony.
Damn, go off.
To be a living testimony of what God can do.
Go off.
For real.
Yeah.
God can do it for us, do it for you.
Yeah.
But continuously do it for people.
Right. And to those people, I'm going to say it, do it for you. Do it for you. Because, nowadays, people have a hard time hearing things, and everybody is, who they are. The reality is, we're here to give you what you can't buy on a shelf, and that's experience. We don't owe anybody anything.
Share our experiences.
And you guys don't owe us anything, but the reality is, I've learned that experience is so precious. Experience is really what teaches us.
Yeah.
And a lot of us aren't conscious to our own experiences. That's why we are so far and few in between, I think.
Girl, let's talk about this. Okay, look, we didn't already. Let's talk about this new strain that's supposed to be coming out. This new strain, y'all. This new COVID-ish strain or whatever, because I heard that not only have COVID, COVID, what's the name, spiked, but also STDs and stuff has spiked as well. What is going on? What's going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. Things is going rampant. The city girls done took everybody to the new high. Popping perks, popping pills, shaking asses, smoking black and miles,
having sex at an early age.
No one's talking about certain preventions, certain protections. But you know what the reality is? They're not. They're not gonna.
This ain't like how the 90s used to be, where they used to really be out here promoting, like TLC promoting. You don't, and that's so.
Y'all don't find that suspicious.
We have not.
You don't find that suspicious.
No condom commercials. I don't see none. No advertisements on social media.
Just something to think about. Just something to think about.
I have not seen any. I don't see any. We don't see any. These celebs don't. Even the celebrities don't even promote it. They're promoting fucking raw. Excuse my language, my colorful language. But they are promoting having sex without condoms and having sex with multiple people. No wonder the STD rate is high. Rappers and all the stuff y'all look at.
I mean, but it's no shade. We knew these things were going on. We knew we knew these things were going on. Unfortunately. But what can we do about it? What can we do about it?
Do what we're doing right now.
Doing what we're doing right now. We hold our own. We protect our own.
Y'all not strapping.
We're grown, and that's the answer for everything.
Yes, I mean, but I know why you say that. So we got y'all. Again, for the younger. She's a little bit older, and so she can. I mean, not even she can, but she can. Look, we talking about this is so it's more geared towards our youth, but also towards adults too, because we want to make sure that, again, now if it's not a steady partner that you are engaged with, that you guys have did your own conversations and got your own stuff going, that's different.
Right.
Okay? Now, because I think it is good that people, if you do want to make that choice, you and your partner, y'all let each other know what's up, y'all stay up on your stuff, good.
And go to the doctor and get checked and get cured for whatever before engaging into something new.
Stuff like that. But for our youth that are getting new and freaky and deaky, and y'all starting this stuff, and y'all like, straight up. I don't know what they told y'all. I don't know what y'all think is cute, but
passing body fluids ain't.
And it seemed like, and the thing. And see, with this day and age, though, this is the funny part. With all the stuff in the food, y'all aren't getting the girls pregnant because y'all are shooting blanks because of this soy lecithin and things like that of that nature that is in the foods that is stopping y'all.
It's so funny.
There, so you're not getting the girls pregnant, but y'all are passing diseases to them.
Listen, it's so funny that you said that because you know what I was about to say that I don't see a spike in?
Pregnancy.
Period. I don't see a spike in young people pregnancy.
And this is just coming to
I remember that was our generation in a sense.
Take that and write that down.
I came up with,
and I just heard some lady say this on a bus yesterday.
Like,
where are they really say it even more because she was
saying it. And not that we're promoting it, but it's just something to think about. This is what I said when I said I wake up every day.
Getting feminized, are becoming more feminizing, or probably because that's a feminizer. And I never knew that until just recently too. That soy is a feminizer for men. And it's
soy is definitely an estrogen product.
It's estrogen. So a lot of these men are. That's why. But you're so right, man. That's why the pregnancy is low.
Right. No shade. Like I said, I'm not promoting it. But where the little young pregnant bitches that we used to point at talking about, look at your grown ass? Where they go? And we know that. And we know they hunching. We know they doing it.
Y'all shooting blanks.
Is that why it's so many bareback content creators? Is that what the underground?
Yay!
Oh,
girl.
Well,
there's some stuff to definitely hold on to that because
So I guess all type of positive.
We see where it's going, and like I said, everybody, and now with this fluidity, because again, I'm not. Again, do what you do.
Right. It ain't enough. It's definitely a read.
But it's definitely a lot.
It's definitely a read.
It's definitely more open now to be fluid in your sexuality with different genders. And this is why I say it's just more important to stay strapped up. Because a lot of y'all are very immature and y'all don't know certain things. If you're going to be a mix, if you're going to do your thing and have multiple people and even genders, make sure you protect yourself. You know? Like for real, especially for your kind. For those that do. And even for the kind that stay with one gender but like to have so many of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I know that y'all still going to have sex. I mean, I'm not promoting sex.
And we can't get everybody to strap up.
It's time that we stop being emotionally. Yeah. Like, because that sex, that stuff got to stop too. Because the sex is clouding a lot of your minds up. Some of y'all just need to stop.
Sex don't cloud the mind. Sex is actually healthy. But it's what you do with it.
I know why she's saying it. But it's okay. Look. Y'all. But if you're going to do what you're going to do, at least just that. But like, on that real tip, just especially for your young kids.
Protect yourself.
Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all got your lives.
Protect yourself. And I want to say something.
Young
and that's what I'm talking to y'all young bulls. Let me tell you really quick. Do not depend on her. Okay, don't depend on her.
To bring the condoms.
Right, and ladies, always, young girls. I'm telling you, keep your condoms with you. But if he don't come with any,
you already know what type of time.
You already know what time it is, and he was out. Well, I wouldn't even do that, right? Because at that point, if you didn't come prepared, that means if something happened, you're not going to be prepared. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I used to be. I used to keep my condoms, and whenever somebody used to always be like, "Yo, you got a condom?" I sure do. Here you go. You got one? Oh no, I'm cool. I'm cool because you letting me know that this is what you do, and I'm gonna have the slight idea that at any moment you gonna try to slip it off because you never came prepared. I don't care what you say. You come prepared.
That's probably what a lot of these niggas doing now too.
And to those. And to those that know where I'm coming from, yeah, I've always been, and that's where the manipulation of the toxicity kicks in. I've been labeled as the girl like, oh, why you got condoms? You must fuck a lot. Don't matter, that's my business, but I'm protected. Why you wanna fuck and you meet me for the first time raw, no shade or whatever the case is, you see what I'm saying? But you're not prepared. I can respect a protected hoe. Right. You know, and it's no shade. Right. It's no shade.
If you're gonna do it right.
And I learned at an early age when I was a stroll girl. When I was a stroll girl at an early age, that's when I learned. It was an
I'm
older
glad
girl
that we was
who
talking.
taught me to have my clean up cut up bag. That's what now some of y'all might know what it is and some of y'all might not. But
Let 'em
a clean up cut up bag is you got your wipes, your sanitation, you got your condoms, you got your lube, so you can do your little dirty tricks and stuff. You know, it was your clean up, help you clean up your napkins, you clean up your guests, and you most of all you clean up and you protect yourself. You know, and if you was real smart, a girl like me cashed in her condoms for coins. So I stayed with condoms. Okay, when the condoms was going, the bag was filled. But moral of the story is protect yourself, and we wouldn't be telling you this if we weren't on all about
being
positivity,
right,
and being transparent.
like for real, because it really is kind of because I didn't notice that. Because I even noticed, I noticed too. That made me say that too is because when I say that right now, but I noticed that too. Like remember like back in the day how like even with crack and stuff, like the singers all came together and sung their songs and did like all them tribute. Remember like how they used to do back in the day?
Right.
Like they don't do that no more. They don't have like prevention songs, prevention.
That's because something has gotten out
commercials,
of control.
Like prevention. Like I said, there's no way in the world that we have all these. I mean, I'm seeing it more now with the new algorithm of like us eating and what's going on in our bodies and stuff like that. I see that a lot. I'm glad that's busting out of what we should put in our bodies and how we need to stop eating certain stuff and da 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 da. But again, I think we happen to really about like you said, ramping it up in sexual like education.
Well, we've already been programmed to look for everything outside of us.
Outside of us, yeah.
And that's where it started. That's where I feel like it starts. You know, we get to that point where we stop caring about ourselves, so we don't protect ourselves. And we look outside of ourselves for that care, for that love, because it's a program. As crazy as it sounds, it's a program. You guys hate because you're programmed to hate. You guys don't love and fear love and see it as an embarrassment because you're programmed by that. You're programmed by that.
And a lot of parents too. Y'all don't even know that what you've done by telling, especially like our young gentlemen, that they can't express themselves. Don't cry. Wipe your tears. I'll whoop your ass if you do.
A lot of that comes from our generation. A lot of beating.
Too. Yeah, a lot of because our generation now are the parents. And I've seen it. I see it now because they're not no older than me. I know we are young. We are the same age though. We're in our 30s and up a little bit. But y'all be wilding. Like I see how they, and even the younger ones, like shut up. Like don't even be. It's like you said. There's no compassion in the way these kids talk to me. These other, because they're kids talking to kids for real. These older adults are young kids in adult bodies expressing themselves and what is it? Projecting their old ways on their new children.
Well, we can blame it on COVID and definitely say COVID disconnected us. COVID disconnected us as a people. We got to remember, people were dying left and right. There'd been people were mourning. People weren't there. People weren't allowed. So we have we have our old heads, the generation before us, who probably resting in. I don't give a fuck. Whatever happens, happens. Excuse my French. We have us who are now the adults of a lot of your children who see what's going on in the riffraff. Yeah, we were your classmates, but we are the adults who now sit back and watch our friends or our former friends or our former classmates. We watch and we here at Transparent Energy speak about your kids. Yes, we are the adults now, and there's no way around it. There's no way around it.
Well, what was Benny Houston's song? Kids.
That she believe the children are the future.
They believe the children are the
teach them well and let them lead the way. Ain't nobody know they're not.
All the beauty that possesses.
How? How do we continue to show you guys the beauty that you have that is going to propel you to be the best version of yourself? See, we live in the times where it's all about you. With love and compassion. It's all about you. You can't let anybody make you feel bad for the things that you don't want to do. You can't make anybody make you feel bad for the things that you do want to do, especially if it's not hurting anybody. Come on, Whitney. No matter what they take from me. Dignity. Do you know what dignity is? Ladies and gentlemen,
That's our favorite session for that.
Jordan Brown.
But speaking of wait, we got one more quick little pot top. But let's talk about Miss Keke Palmer and her man child. Her man didn't say he sail on. He is heartbroken,
Broken.
and Keke straight. Keke got a new song with Usher called "Boyfriend" after all that scandal. And I get it, but Keke, that was a little. I don't know, like you got kicking my damn. He already upset. I already heard.
Keke probably, but maybe Keke whole thing was Keke whole thing was probably like you cut up.
Right, Keke was over. She and again, let's not, because Keke probably one of the ones that some of us might need to look up to, and especially as far as being like that one hit quitter, like that one and done. Like you're not going to show out. Like first of all, you took it to the internet. You could have hit me up and say, babe, you look nice and all, but I would have appreciated you not to have wore that on TV.
Right, you
didn't have to express it on social media. I guess that's what took. I guess now she might feel like, okay, well, you want to embarrass me.
How old is he?
I don't know, but I think he's younger than her.
Me, because it's giving me very girl vibes.
It's Keke. Same as his name.
Yeah, she around our
Age-ish.
age-ish. A little, it's not a little younger.
She got in 20s.
Early 30s. Early 30s. Let me see. Let me see what Keke. Let me see how old Keke is. Keke.
Because I get it. I get the pettiness. But see, this is what we're showing. We're showing our youth again. Because it's all about the youth, y'all. For real. We need to be like how, like, I want to be what people weren't to us. 29 years old. And I was thinking that my age. She's 29 years old. I want us to really start being what people weren't to us. Like, let's be them adults. I know a lot of us don't want to be, like I said, but y'all cool to be influencers on social media to get paid. But y'all want to be influencers to our youth that's out here on a day-to-day. You know what I'm saying? That need real influencers out here on it every day, influencing them to do the right thing. Like, you know what I mean? I know we ain't perfect, ain't none of us perfect, but like when we see certain things, like we need to be whispering in the ear, like, yo, like I know that I don't know you, maybe I don't know, but that's not cool to do. Like I let the kids, when they come to my job stealing, I let them know that is not cool what y'all doing. Y'all look dirty, y'all look nasty doing it. I don't care what y'all think or what y'all think how cool it is. It's not cool to be snatching and grabbing, running out these stores, not paying for y'all stuff, not being honest. Like it's not cute. Just because y'all friends do it don't mean you gotta be doing it. Again, what was the affirmation for today? We are what? Leaders, not followers. We don't follow the pack. We lead the pack. And I guess everybody is not leaders in that kind of way, but you can be the leader of yourself. You can say, look, I don't care what y'all got going on. I don't care what y'all doing. I know that this ain't the right way to do it, so I'm going to follow what I'm going to. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to say, I'm cool. It's okay to turn that down. It's okay to say, you know what, y'all got it. Well, I'm going to stand outside then. Or you know what? How about you just leave? Or I'll catch y'all later, because sometimes a lot of y'all be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's true.
And then you'll get got, and you was just because you was with them. Because it's happened. One of my uncles but one of my cousins, like you old school when you call an older cousin uncle or aunt. But one of my older cousins is in jail now because he allegedly was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and for life. Because someone got killed and he was there with his friends when he should have been home. But again, back to Keke. Like, I think we need, before we get, like I said, I don't know.
I know.
But
I want to talk about Darius, the ex-boyfriend. Because Mr. Darius Jackson, I think that was a weak, wimpy type of call that he did as far as wanting to take her to court for full custody, child support, and damn house. Now,
nigga, you ain't even married.
No, they were.
No, they're not married.
They not married?
No.
Oh, okay, right. They was only dating 2 years. But he want that.
7 years.
He want the house, the baby, and child support from her. Mind you, mind you, mind you. This is where it's going. This is where he effed up because he was an instructor. He was an instructor. He was an instructor for Inspire Fitness. Okay, so he formerly played sports, and then he decided to go to YouTube, thanking his athletic body for the sports that he played, and manipulating that and trying to make workout
because
videos.
He definitely was showing his body a lot too. He had the nerve,
you know.
But go ahead. But go ahead.
It just sounds like sore man crying broke to me.
Sore man crying broke,
and if
his heart is really his heart is broken.
That's what I mean, broke.
And I get it, but come on. Like, you really going?
And if it's that deep, it's still his fault because either there wasn't enough open communication for him to go to her, that he had to go to Twitter first.
Yeah.
And don't suck me.
Unless like I said, unless he feel like
why would he do that?
She must tell him about the outfit or something. So
call my phone.
Yeah.
Text my phone and tell me blow me up, cuss me out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But it's given. You waited for that opportunity. Yeah. You waited to let the world know to make us
out on the phone and let me have it on the phone. Like I said, but again,
and his tweet
it's
was
my birthday. Like I said, but you can't feel that way if you out on social media too with your drawers. Taking pictures with your meat out.
But see, here's my thing. She knew he was a fitness instructor. She knew that as a certain way that he dressed. Okay. You know, so that would I'm sure somehow in that
insecure.
I'm sure somehow in that conversation of how they should look, or when it comes to people staring at them, they had that conversation. And somewhere he wasn't clear, because if she was able to freely go and do that and still have the respect for him, then it should never been an issue. But I just feel like if he did not have the respect for her, to tell her about it, it's one thing if you confront somebody about something, you can't give them the instructions on how to react to it. So, who's to say he probably did call her and tell her, and she probably didn't make a big deal about it. What was the point that you went to Twitter? You're a mom, though. Like, what was the point of that? Because you want somebody to now pay attention to you because your views or your money or whatever it is ain't coming in good enough on the instructor fitness videos that's working out but not working out for you and the family. Whereas though you have to turn around and sue your girlfriend,
your baby mother
/ baby mother, for her assets because you think in your mind she's sitting on something, which she probably is, but that ain't my business. But that's how it goes. And at the end of the day, this should not be something.
I don't know who you having these kids with.
F that.
Know who you having kids with. Ain't F that. Know who you having the kids with.
That's so hard to do, though. That is so hard to do.
Trying to stop it.
And we can't. And just like we know
prematurely.
Just like we know.
This is the repercussion. The repercussions of you having baby mama, daddy drama.
No, the reality is you can't make somebody want to be known. I always feel like it takes time to get to know people, even if it's a lifetime. My girl, Jordan loves you. She loves you, and she just wants you to protect yourself how she protects you behind your back. Like, that's just who she is. The compassion, the passion is real, and it's always transparent.
Right.
But let's make that a short story. Good luck, Kiki. Darius,
I think, like you said,
Darius.
You were cutting. You're not even married.
It might be.
Really acting crazy.
Let me see. Is he biracial?
Yes, he's definitely biracial.
Oh, he is. Yeah, because he got daddy issues,
or his dad acted like that or something.
Daddy issues. That
Where's the love?
Toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
That would be called it. How dare you go and try to snatch your kids from her house? Where's she supposed to live? On the street?
And not even that. But
how are you even comfortable with that?
Girl, that girl is too equipped. Her family.
They probably playing with a loose deck too.
Yeah, I don't know, but Kiki is equipped. I mean, mentally. Like, she got support. Her mother, like, Kiki
can we have a conversation?
Kiki came in the game right, correct. Like, she one of them ones. She came correct, and Kiki always.
She was Kiki in the B, right?
Yeah, Kiki. Yeah, a killer in the B.
Yes, Kiki in the B.
A killer in the spelling bee.
and it kill it in the B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Queen
But-
Latifah. With Queen Latifah.
But like I said, I respect. Like I said, I definitely respect a strong woman. I definitely respect a strong woman that because it is like I do believe this is the new like this is the new time for women. Like women's gonna be the ones standing up, and women's gonna be the ones showing their power and strength. Because men have been able to be the ones that just throw women away or feel better than or feel like you ain't nothing. And
Well, you haven't
make women feel so down, makes women feel like nothing. And to actually see a woman stand in her power and letting a man know, like, listen, you're not going to run me, and you're not going to tell me what to do and how to do it. I get, but listen, like, at least you know who I'm coming. Again, I do believe there was a certain level of respect, of course, you're supposed to give somebody that is your lover and someone that is your baby father as well. If y'all still living together and operating in the same community, I do, but also, this person also is an actor and an actress. So that they have and touch other people. So, sometimes certain stuff is just improvs and for the camera. It wasn't nothing. Like you said, if you can be a fitness coach and you can touch and carry on people while they're exercising and not be sexual, that I'm just, Usher is a ladies' man. It was just for the, for the scene, it was an improv for the scene, make it sound good, make it look good. Maybe it might have been some hitting agendas.
And that's exactly what you said. He made their relationship look good. He's basically Darius. You're capitalizing off of Kiki, and I'm conscious of it. You're jealous.
He's definitely hurt.
You're insecure.
Yeah, he's insecure. I don't think.
And most of all, you need your lick back. And you're using he ain't upset because it ain't that deep. And that's why it ain't that deep. He making it that deep, and it sounds like they probably already had borderline issues. It probably sound like Kiki probably already knew in the back of her mind, nigga, if I ever joked you wrong, you probably sue me and take the baby, won't you? She probably already knew that.
How can you see somebody that you're not married to? That's the thing I don't know.
Right. So the only thing he could say is he put her through some type of emotional distress, this, that, and the third. And the lawyer is going to ask me how I know. But the lawyer is going to defend that and say, well, you made it your obligation and choice to stick around. So now are you saying that you are psychotic and went into a full conscious relationship without letting this person know you had mental issues? Or did something happen and you just turned into a big crybaby and you couldn't take it? Because like most kids who get upset, they ruin everything. You want the woman's house, the baby, and you want child support. Well, where you think she's supposed to work at to make the money to give you child support? You see what I'm saying? It was an irrational decision. Blown out of proportion.
This was not, like I said, we did not need to know that, you did not need to know how you felt. You did not need to put that on there. Like, again, like, that was childish.
It's gonna look at me. My fitness videos aren't selling.
2020. Like, we're in a new
My
consciousness.
videos aren't selling. Look at me.
Right, we're in a new consciousness. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's how you know the ones that's mine's working and the ones who not. Because,
we always say, some of you guys will get it. Some of you won't. If this is for you, it's for you.
Yep. And like I said, look, as we're closing up and wrapping up, start really
loving.
Not even just loving.
Yes. Can we say that? Yes, first.
Please. Yes, loving instead of hating. Yeah.
Loving.
Yeah,
loving.
Because a lot of y'all
loving.
Just full of
loving.
hate. And it's sad.
Loving. It's sad and it's funny because I'm quite conscious in my mind. So I am where I've never been before. Like when I used to see people upset, I might have used to felt bad or try to hide myself and not try to worry because I'm an empathetic person. But now it's totally hilarious to me. I literally mind my business and walk down the street. Just last night, this lady was walking by herself. I wasn't thinking anything. And she just screams at the top of her lungs. The people across the street looks over like, hey, what was that? As if it's like a norm, And it's crazy. Like, we already discussed the mental illness or the mental incapabilities
again,
that's
like
real.
I said, a product of definitely, like I said, again, 2020. Like we just said earlier, a lot of people were holding a lot of stuff and waited till we was able to be released and say, whew, let's throw it all, like look, throw it all over the place, in the air, all over the place, like people just acting crazy, and it's sad. It's really sad. Like I said, but I really look. We're here to help
We're here to help, and
And
most
to
of all,
inform you guys, like we said, each and every week, we are on a quest to bring love, light, laughter, joy, and important information into your everyday lives to keep you equipped on what's going on, to keep you aware of what's going on. And again, as we're learning, we're teaching you guys to not feeling better than or feeling bigger than or whatever. Look, we trying to help some people that need to get. We need. Look, we all need.
yeah,
help.
we're
We all
helping
need
everybody
saving.
because as I said
So,
earlier, you can't buy experience.
Getting helped, we're going to be doing the same thing, paying it forward and doing the same thing. So again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another episode and another
Installment,
and another week with your favorite hostesses, Mostesses,
the lovely lady baby D.
and Jordan B. Y'all have a great week, and again, this week do something for someone other than yourself, and make someone else's day, and uplift someone else, and edify someone else. Yeah. Next time, peace.